Hello, one and all present here. This is Amit Kumar Singh. Guys, welcome to my class on Visual Basic. In this class, I'm going to discuss mainly how we can sort the data. So, you know about sorting the data, you can use a shortcut key called Alt DS. And when you do Alt DS, you will get the sort window. Now, you can just decide you want to sort this data maybe on team leader wise or department wise, whatever mechanism you want to follow, you can sort the data. Whenever we have dates, we sort the data maybe from oldest to newest or newest to oldest. Okay, if we have numbers, like you can see for date oldest to newest or newest to oldest, while if I have numbers, maybe sales figure, then I can sort smallest to largest or largest to smallest. While if I have some alphabeticals, values, attributes, then we sort A to Z or Z to A. So what I want to do in this class, I want to work on a VBA code where I want to display one window, and while assessing those window, I want to sort the data. I just want to write one. If I press one, then the data will sorted by team leader wise. If I press two, then the data would get sorted by department wise. If I press three, then data would be sorted by total wise. Something like this. I want to create a VBA code for that, and with the appropriate messages. In case if you don't put 1 2 3, maybe if you put 7 8, something like that, so I can want to display the message that you have put invalid entry, please put either 1 2 or 3. So I want to create a dialog box. Okay, in that dialog box, you just need to either put one. If you want to sort the data by team leader wise, you can put two. If you want to sort the data by department wise, you can put three. If you want to sort the data by total wise, and your work is done. Clear, right? So I want to create the sorting window. And so for this, when it comes to Visual Basic, I believe you know that, right? In order to work on Visual Basic, you need a tab called Developer tab. In case if you're not finding Developer tab at the front, what you can do, you can go to File, under File, go to Options. Okay, you can go inside File. The shortcut key is Alt FT. You can go under Options. Now, when you go under options here, you can click on customize ribbon, and then you can search for developer tab under customize ribbon. Once you get the developer tab, just click on developer tab. Now, once this is done, so first thing what I will do, I'll create three macros here. One macro, first macro will sort the data by team leader wise. Second macro will sort the data by department wise. Third macro, which will sort the data by total wise. Then I'll club all the three macros together. Okay, so I hope you got the logic. So because we want to create a what you say, a VBA window where I just need to press a number, and what that number define what kind of macros you're talking about. Okay, so in order to record a macro, you can go under view and you'll find record macro there. Okay, and you can do that. Or what you can do, you can go under developer tab, you'll find a record macro. You can do anything. If I click on record macro, okay, I can click on record macro. I can give a name to this macro. I can give a name to this macro. Let me give this name to the macro called team leader short. Team leader short. This name you can change by yourself. It's your convenience. You can put some shortcut key here. I'm not going to put any shortcut key. If you want, you can put some shortcut key, where the minimum command that will go with control. You can do control alt J, control shift M, something like that. It's up to you where you want to store the macro. You can store in this personal macro workbook, this workbook, new workbook. It's up to your way. You can just think about this. By default, I keep it like this macro description. You can give a description like this macro. This macro will sort the data. This macro will sort the data. This macro will sort the data team leader wise. This macro will sort the data team leader wise. Okay, the moment I press enter, at the down you can see ready, right? And you can see one small camera kind of setting, that the setting will get changed. Okay, already exists is telling I have already worked on this. So replace the existing macro. So I say yes. So once this is done, so now what I can do, I can go to data, under data, I can search for, I can search for short command, or I can use all DS. and I click on sort. If I click on sort, you will get, you want to sort by what? I want to sort it by team leader. Okay, A to Z or Z to A, whatever you want, you can choose that. Or maybe suppose I put Z to A, for example. So now this is the macro done. So you can see this data got sorted by team leader wise Z to A. Once I'm done with my work, I'll go again to developer tab. I'll click on my developer tab, stop recording. Okay, one recording is being done. Okay, I can check this all DFF. I can put filter. Let me just jumble this data. Okay, fine. Now let me go to macros. So I can just search. Here you have lot of macros. So which macro I have made? I just now made team leader. So I can search for team leader short and I can just click on run. So once I run this, you can see this macro has sorted the data team leader wise. Done. All DFF. Remove this. Okay. Now similarly, what I can do, I can go and again click on record macro. I can again click on record macro and now I can do department short. Department short. Okay, you make sure the name what you give, that name, with that name you should not have made any macro. In case if you have made macro with the same name, then Excel will ask you, fine, the Excel will ask you that this macro is already being made. So like imagine if I have made macro with the same name, then probably what will happen if you had made macro with the same name. Now if I press OK, then it will just mention that this already exists. So you want to replace it? I'll say yes. Okay. Then if you have not made the with the macro with the same name, then you can go ahead with this macro. Now I can go to data. If I go to data, then I click on sort. Then here I'll sort from department wise. I can put A to Z or Z to A. It's up to you. I put Z to A. This is done. Once this is done, then stop recording. Okay. Then similarly, what I can do again, I can click on the third macro, and the third macro is total short. Total short. I believe I have made a lot of macros with this name, total short. So I'm giving a name called total short 123. You can change the name up to your convenience. Okay, then press OK. Go to data, under data, click on short, and here you can sort it by total, largest to smallest, smallest to largest. Here I'm putting smallest to largest. Okay, done. And then once you're done with this, you can stop recording. Okay, so I have made three macros, guys. One macro is team leader short, the another macro is department short, and the third macro is total short. Total short 1 2 3 I made. Okay, now what I want one dialog box to appear. Okay, so what I want one dialog box to appear at the top of my screen. In that dialog box, I just need to give instruction, like I just need to mention that if I want to sort this data department wise, like here, if I want to sort this data department wise, so I need to go to sort, then I click on department, and then I click on smallest to largest, largest to smallest, and then it's happened. Okay, I just want one dialog box to appear whenever I run the macro. If I press 1, it will sort the data team leader wise. If I press 2, it will sort the data department wise. If I press 3, it will sort the data total wise. That is what is my objective. So now what I want to club all the three macros together. So let me just work on writing the macro. So I'll go under Visual Basic. I'll just click on Visual Basic. So if I go to Visual Basic, okay, if I just, here you can see lot of modules are there. Okay, so you can see lot of modules. So let me just search the module where I have done the work. So here you can see I have recorded three macros. One is team leader short, another one is department short, okay, and then the third one is total short 1 to 3. Okay, so we are good to go. I have all my three macros. So what I'll do, I'll club these three macros together. Okay, so here I'll write like suppose sub user short data open bracket close bracket. Suppose this is the name of my macro user short data. Okay, so this is the name of the macro the macro which I'm making. The name of my macro is user short data. Okay, now in this macro, I'm just introducing a dimension here, maybe user short because I'm shorting the data as string. Okay, and then what I'll write user user short is equal to input box, the dialog box which I want to create. Okay, so here I'm writing enter the numeric value of the column which you want to short. Okay, fine. So now imagine, like I'll just show you the structure. Now you can see this. So this is the input box which I just now made, where I'm getting this message that enter the numeric value of the column you want to short. Okay, this is just a structure of the input box. So my input box will be similar to this. Okay, so here I'm gonna introduce one more variable called prompt dim prompt msg as string. Fine. So I have introduced two variable. One is user short, another one is prompt msg. Okay, so where this user short and prompt msg what I made. Now what this prompt msg is all about. So the message what I want to reflect, I'm putting all of that in one string dot which is called prompt msg. So prompt msg is equal to, that is the same thing which I wrote here. Enter the numeric value of the column which you want to short. Control X. I'm just putting it here. Enter the numeric value of the column which you want to short. Okay, now then first I want that message to come. Enter the numeric value of the column what you want to short. Then I'll want press 1 if you want to short by team leader. So for that I need attachment. Attachment we use VBCRLF. Okay, so this is an attachment what we use because you want to attach the data. You want to attach this data with this. So you want to attach your data with this. So prompt msg. So prompt msg, this is what prompt msg is all about. So you'll write so is equal to 1, press 1, press 1 if you want to short by team leader, then shift 7, I hope you know. Shift 7 is an ampersand function we normally use for concatenate in place of concatenate to merge the content here. I'm merging the content here. So if you press 1, you'll sort by team leader. Then press 2, press 2 to sort by department, department. Shift 7 VBCRLF. VBCRLF is the command which we use in VBA macro, which work along with the ampersand function mainly for combining the content inside the dialog box. Shift 7 underscore, then under double quote press 3. Okay, to sort by total, to sort by total. Okay, done. Now guys, if I just run this macro, you can see enter the numeric value of the column you want to sort. Press 1 for sort by team leader, press 2 to sort by department, press 3 to sort by total. Here, if you press 1, 2, 3, nothing gonna happen because I have not feed anything here. So here, so once you're done with this, okay, so I'll write if user short. If you put 1, then mean what? If user short is 1, then what? Team leader short. If this is 1, then do team leader short. Okay. Else if user short is equal to 2. Okay. If user short is 2, then you have to do department short. Just take this macro. Then you have to take department short. Else if user short is equal to 3, then total short 1 to 3. That is the name of the macro which I made, because there are too many total shorts are there. The same macros I have made many times before. So I hope you are getting this. So now if I run the macro, okay. So here what will happen, if you start with if option, you have to end the if with end if. Now if I run the macro here, so if I press 2, then it will sort it by department wise. So you can see the data got sorted department wise, Z to A. Okay, if you press 1, then your data will get sort team leader wise. If you press 1, Z to A, you can see team leader wise. Your data got sorted team leader wise, Z to 1, Z to A, not 1. Okay, so you understood this. So here, what I can do, I can put else message box, else MSG message box under double quote invalid entry. If you don't put 1, 2, 3, then means invalid entry. Try press either 1 or 2 or 3. Okay, don't put anything else. So here imagine if you put 6, so you'll get the message invalid entry, press either 1 or 2 or 3. Okay, so now if I what I want to show you here, imagine if I put 6, you are getting invalid entry, press 1, 2 or 3. So when you do this, you press here, only one option is coming. Okay. So what I want to give an option to the user that like you want to try again or not. So for this here, you can write VB yes or no. Okay. So if you click on here, so if I put maybe not 1, 2, 3, then I'll get invalid entry, press 1, 2 or 3. Now you get yes or no option. Yes means like invalid entry, press 1, 2 or 3. So do you want to try again? So yes. So like here what I want to write 1, 2, 3. Uh, do you want to try? Do you want to try again? So if I put 7, then invalid entry, please enter 1, 2 or 3. Do you want to try again? So if you put yes, then I want to give you a chance. If you put no, then let it be. Close this workbook. Okay, everyone, you got this right. So if you put yes, so here no, when you are working on VBA, and here if you are giving an option of yes and no, so yes as an output in VBA reflect a number called 6, okay, and no reflect a number called 7. So what I can do here, I can write here if, okay, if try again, because try again is yes means what in VBA, that you know that, right? Excel or computer don't understand characters and all, it talks in booleans. So here in that booleans language, yes here means 6. So here that's why I'm writing if try again is 6. Okay, then you again, then what you do again, run this function again, user short data. Okay, else if not that case, then else what you do, this workbook dot save this workbook, close. You save the workbook and close this workbook. Okay, and clear everyone. And then what you do here, introduce this variable dim try again as integer. You can write string integer, whatever you want. Fine. And then here you'll write else. Here before message box, you write try again equal, write, put everything under bracket. Okay, let me just run this. Here, because you have used two times if, so you have to use two times and if. So if I press 1, then it will show. If I let me just all tab, sorry, window tab. So let me just put this left, window tab, this right. Hmm. So what you can do, so press 1, you can see it sorted the data team leader wise. Okay, if I press 2, then it will sort the data department wise Z to A. You can see this Z to A. Now if I press 3, it will sort the total smallest to largest. Okay, now in case if I don't put 1, 2 or 3, maybe if I put 7, then it is showing invalid entry. Press either 1 or 2 or 3. Do you want to try again? I said yes. So again I get the option. So again I can get the option. I can try. You are getting it right. So I press 2. So arrange again, it arrange the data. Now imagine if I say no, like suppose if I put no, what it will do, it will close my work. It will save my work and my work is done. You remember, right? Else what I put else, this workbook dot save, this workbook dot close. So it has saved my work and it closed my work. You got it right. So that is what happened here. I hope you understood this. So the objective was to discuss about how we can create a window. Okay, that window where we can sort the data. So sorting data, there are many ways you can sort the data. So here we are talking about how we can probably create a kind of VBA window, or where we can get the window of sorting the data. Like here you see this, right? Enter the password. So whenever I'm logging, it is asking me the password. So you can even write a program of password protection of the workbook. So if I put the correct password, then it's fine. Then only my screen will open. And then here, and then what I can do, I can create the dialog box of VBA window, and whatever I'll press, if I press 1, it will sort the data team leader wise. If I press 2, it will sort the data department wise. If I press 3, it will sort the data total wise. And if you don't put 1, 2 or 3, it will show an appropriate message where it will give you a chance of trying again if you want. So that was the objective of this class. I hope you have understood everything whatever we have discussed. Thank you everyone. God bless you. Bye.